We all know that narcissists cause stress, but did you know that narcissists actually put stress on your body too? It actually manifests in you physically. And I'm actually going to talk about that in this video. So you're not going to want to miss this. Hey, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I am a narcissist negotiation expert, and I have helped millions of people through this channel and thousands of people through my law practice, through my coaching practice, and through my programs. And I really have dedicated myself to helping people break free from toxic relationships. So you're going to want to make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell because I upload brand new videos every single day. I am dedicated to giving you free content because I want to make sure that you know how to shift that dynamic, turn it around, actually pivot so that you can go on the offensive for a change and not feel like you're constantly on the defensive, right? So make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. And I have all kinds of free resources as well, including a free Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet, which you can get at crushmydeal.com, and all sorts of free things. So you're going to want to make sure that you grab all of those things. Okay, so ways that narcissists put stress on your body, and you're going to want to watch all the way till the end because there's something that I didn't know about. There's something really that everybody thinks that they know about, but it's actually something that it's not as common as you might think. It's something that everybody thinks is super common, and it's something that's different than everyone might think that I want to tell you all about at the end here. So the first one though is chronic fatigue and in issues on your adrenal system. You're just so tired all the time. You don't even realize how tired you are. It affects like your sleep. I mean, I know for me, when I was dealing with a narcissist all the time, I had a narcissistic business partner, and my husband and I actually have a narcissist in our family that we had to draw some really pretty strict boundaries with until we even realized that I was waking up in the middle of the night thinking about it. I was thinking about it in the morning and during the day and brushing my teeth and all of this stuff. And it takes all of your energy and you don't even realize what's going on. It really causes this massive amount of fatigue and stress on your body. And so you have this chronic fatigue going on, and you don't even realize how tired you are until you start to recover from it. So that's number one. You just chronically fatigued and tired, and you don't even realize why. That's the first one. Another way that narcissists put stress on your body, it really is actually stemming from the adrenal problems and the chronic fatigue, is weight problems. Because what happens is when you have so much stress on your body, it actually starts to cause issues with your A1C levels, and it slows down all kinds of other issues in your body, your metabolism and everything else. And so you actually start to develop weight problems, which actually causes all kinds of other issues in your body, not to mention problems on your joints, which in turn causes more problems with fatigue and more problems with your other systems and your other organs and everything else. And one contributes to the other. It's just an ongoing cycle with that, because once your systems all start slowing down, then your weight problems compound, and then that actually causes more issues with everything else. And then you're feeling worse about yourself. And then, especially if your narcissist is maybe even making you feel bad about how your weight problems, are making you look or something like that, it just even contributes worse you feel bad about yourself, your self-esteem gets lower. It's just compounding, compounding, compounding. And so that leads me to number 3, which is that you can start to have panic attacks, depression, and anxiety. This is where it starts to affect your mental health. And now you really don't have the energy or the wherewithal to want to do anything about losing weight, or you just feel lethargic, and you don't want to do anything about getting out of bed, or you don't have energy to want to get up and go exercise. You don't have the joy or the lightness or this feeling in your body. I mean, vibrationally, your energy levels, I mean, you can actually measure in hertz how you're feeling. And the lower level of emotions are actually lower vibrational as far as how you measure. So, feelings such as sadness or anger or regret, those lower level feelings are actually lower vibrational energies. Feelings such as happiness and joy and contentment, they're much, much higher vibrational energy levels. And so it's interesting because you don't feel like doing anything, and it all ends up compounding on itself. And so that takes its toll on your body because you just don't feel like doing anything. And then it gets worse and worse and worse, especially if this person is now continuing to degrade you or debase you or say things to you like you're worthless or you're good for nothing or no one loves you, or I've talked to everybody in the neighborhood and everybody agrees with me that you're worthless, or no one in your family even loves you, and they say these things like that. And, I have a whole video on the kinds of phrases that narcissists use, narcissists' favorite phrases, which you can definitely check out. They say these things, by the way, because they don't feel good about themselves. They hate themselves. And, you need to take care of yourself and you need to have self care. And I have a whole video on self care to cope with narcissists, which you should definitely check out. And so they lie to you. They say these things because they feel like crap about themselves and they hate themselves. And, the way people treat other people is always a reflection of the way they feel about themselves. It has nothing to do with you, and you can't take it personally. I know it's easier said than done, but it is the truth. So, these are just a few of the ways that narcissists put stress on your body. Another one is number 4, chronic pain and digestive issues. You can start to develop issues with autoimmune diseases, irritable bowel syndrome, fibromyalgia, lupus, all sorts of issues like that. I've heard many people talk about those kinds of things to me. And, that's a major problem, which is why you definitely need to start taking care of yourself, even if it's just breathing exercises, somatic exercises, put your hand on your heart, put your hand on your stomach in the morning and say, I am healthy, I am loved, I am at peace. Just start doing those kinds of things. Start at least a few times a day, stop and take some deep breaths. And when you're in stress, you don't realize that you start breathing in a much more shallow way. And then your cells are not getting oxygen to them. And so, set your alarm a couple of times a day to go off and just take some deep breaths and breathe deeply a few times a day. Just even that will make a huge difference for you. So I want you to put in the comments right now, breathe, to remind yourself to breathe, because just doing that, and I want you to do that right now. Take a couple of deep breaths. And when you breathe in, just remind yourself to breathe in positive energy. And when you breathe out all of that negative energy that you are holding in. Imagine you're breathing in positive energy. And when you breathe out, you're just exhaling and you're getting rid of negative energy. And just doing that makes a huge difference. And number 5, CPTSD. And I'm saying this because most people think of PTSD. And the difference, by the way, is PTSD is when you have been exposed to one set of events in a quick manner. So PTSD is, like a car accident or a war or something, one thing. A complex PTSD, so complex post traumatic stress disorder, means that you have been exposed to something continuously over a long period of time, and it actually causes a much greater effect over time on your body. So it's complex post traumatic stress disorder, and that is much, much worse for you. And that's what happens with people who have been in longer term relationships with narcissists. And that's what I wanted to tell you about is number 5, and how narcissists put stress on your body. And that is why it is so important that you take care of yourself. That is why it is so important that you do look for an exit plan when it comes to narcissists. And that is why I do what I do. If you don't have access to any kind of in person therapy, I do have a relationship with an online therapy company, BetterHelp. You can go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung so that you can have access to good therapy. We do receive commissions on that. We only recommend services that we trust. We want you to have access to good therapy. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, you need to do that now. Subscribe, hit that notification bell because we upload brand new content every single day. I'm an attorney. I'm also a narcissist negotiation expert. And I also have a free Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet that you can grab at crushmydeal.com. It's a free 15-page ebook. And I have a free Facebook group, support group for you, which is Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. And you can just grab the link below to join that as well. Lots and lots of free resources right here for you. The support is here. Remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. I want you to have the access that you need for the support that you need. And I am here sending you love and light, and I will see you in the next video.